The first time I came to Iceland back in 2012, I knew something about Icelandic music, folk music, and folk instruments. The country is actually fairly well known for its beautiful folk music, but I never expected to find in a little city like Reykjavík a shop that has so many exotic musical instruments from all over the world. And I discovered this little shop, Sangitamiya, the nectar music shop. Sangitamiya in Sanskrit means the nectar music. So music that is sweet and flows like nectar. So I'm going to give you a little introduction to this wonderful shop of musical instruments.
So this is Snatak Eymundur Kjeld Matthíasson. He is the actual owner of the store, and he comes from a background of classical music. So 13 years ago, back in 2004, he was diagnosed with MND or ALS. He used to play the piano. He also comes from a background of spiritual seeking. He has always been interested in spirituality. So he found a meditation teacher called Sri Chinmoy. And he has been meditating under his guidance for over 30 years. So Sri Chinmoy was a man of peace, and he was also a great musician and composer.
Was he a flutist?
Amongst other things. The background music that we listen is he playing the flute. Yeah. And he performed in over 800 peace concerts around the globe. He would perform on a great number of instruments during each concert. And many of them he had never seen before, the instruments that Sri Chinmoy performed on. So he would mainly play his own compositions on all these different instruments. So he was also the inspiration behind this shop. So Sri Chinmoy personally mentioned to Snatak, he asked him whether he could not open a music store. He had actually never thought about it. Never thought of that. He said yes. So he actually did not really know what to do at the beginning, but somehow the idea of having a conventional music store with drum sets and guitars and basses and kind of standard instruments, Western instruments, did not really appeal to his imagination. So a friend of his in Austria, in Salzburg, and actually in other European cities, had been running a shop mainly specialized in ethnical instruments from around the world. And this friend helped him and helped us then a lot when we were beginning the first years of this store. Yeah.
And what year was that?
We opened in 2005, but actually we had started the preparation from even 2002, 2003. I spent a whole summer working there myself, kind of getting an idea of which instruments to stock, and of course learning about the musical traditions and the tunings. And
wow.
But we opened in November 2005.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. Well, as I said, I was shocked to find a shop like this in a town of 200,000 people.
Yeah, yeah,
it says a lot for the Icelanders, I think.
Yes. Now we have been very, very fortunate because people like Icelanders, and especially because we're located in the center of Reykjavík. Also, tourists and foreigners, they really show their appreciation of the instruments we stock and the service we offer. We've been very lucky.
Well, I'm certainly one of them.
Yeah, that's actually something that happens. Every now and again, we get renowned musicians coming to the store, both local and foreign, and they're very kind with their words. And many of them had said that this is one of their favorite music stores, or perhaps
Absolutely.
one of their favorite music stores they've been to.
And you told me a little bit about yourself. You were
Yeah.
born in Colombia
I was born in Colombia.
and came here at a young age.
Yeah, so I've been in Iceland for over 20 years in Reykjavík, and I also come from a musical background, studied classical and jazz, and graduated as a composer, and with a master's degree in ethnomusicology, and one of my main instruments is the piano.
So you would be a natural for the Bacchus Society.
Yeah.
With that background.
I suppose I would, yeah.
Would you like to show us around the shop a little,
Yeah,
and
sure.
some of your favorite instruments and
Yeah.
things like that?
Yeah, so perhaps we can start downstairs.
Okay, I'll walk
So
downstairs.
perhaps we can take a kind of a shot from here, like. So here downstairs we have in that section we have singing bowls. We get them mainly from Tibet, Nepal, northern India. We have a couple of Japanese ones. And we have small instruments, also thought of as gifts. We have, of course, harmonicas and bird whistles and all sorts of small percussion. Some of the animals that children love, the owls that you can blow into their
Oh yeah,
heads, are very popular.
and
we have-
Celtic harps.
Yeah, we have a couple of harps here, and we get them from different places. We get them from the Celtic one we get from the UK, and then we get some German ones and some American ones. And then we have mainly here we have small percussion around, and xylophones,
And I see
Rubber
there a
spoons.
sitar.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that, is that like a peapod, the one in the middle?
The one in the middle is actually a ruan. It's also Chinese, like the people, but it's a ruan. And then we have a traditional, what we call the Ravi Shankar sitar to the left, and the Surbahar or bass sitar to the right.
Uh-huh.
And Srichin Moy, the person that actually gave us the inspiration to open this store, he was fond of playing the sitar and other Indian instruments like the esraj. But he also did play the sitar during his last years.
Okay.
And upstairs we have mainly drums and string instruments.
Okay, let's go back upstairs. I see a nice gong in the corner there.
Yeah, this one Snatok decided to import. We do believe it's the biggest gong in Iceland, and we also have gongs in different sizes. Like back there, you can see the wall with different sizes of gongs.
Right, there are quite a number of them on the wall
Exactly. So we also have a Chinese guqing
there. Yeah.
towards the left, and you can see, for example, the ukuleles. We have the biggest selection of ukuleles in Iceland. We also have several frame drums here. Get them from India, and
Right.
we have a couple of barons, Irish barons, and then we have African drums, djembes, and then
Congas
congas.
and lots of ukuleles.
Yeah. And then here we have also some charangos.
Charango.
And we have a ronrojo also, which is kind of the big cousin of the charango family, which is tuned an octave lower. And then the cuatro, the Venezuelan
Yes.
cuatro. We have some very nice, that's a domra, Russian domra, mandolins, banjo leles. They have a lovely sound.
And where is this banjolele from?
They're American.
They are American.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I should know that.
Yeah, and actually we also get them from Britain, from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. We have some more mandolins here, and then Here we have the section of the tuned percussion.
Ah, okay. I know.
Steel drums,
Steel
yeah,
drums,
and
right.
then happy drums.
These?
Yeah, they're becoming very, very popular.
All right.
Different tunings. So they come in different tunings, different models, and
They remind me of an Indonesian kind of sound,
yeah,
sort of gamelan-like.
exactly, yeah.
And this is an Icelandic instrument here?
Well, this is actually mountain dulcimer.
Mountain dulcimer.
But
I thought it looked like a lot like a mountain
But
dulcimer, and it is.
the very interesting thing is that the Icelandic langspiel belongs to the same family, and it's actually the same principle. The main difference with the Icelandic langspiel, unfortunately they're sold out right now, is that they're square. But the principle, the tuning is always fundamental, fifth, and octaves, and with the diatonic scale. Both sevens. But the main way, the traditional way of Icelandic langspiel playing is with a bow. So yeah, it's mainly used as accompaniment for singing.
Okay. And I see some concertinas here.
Yeah. We have some British concertinas and an udu. Some psalteries, bowed instruments we get from Romania.
From Romania.
Yeah. Puerto Rican quattro.
A Puerto Rican quattro.
Yeah.
And does it also have the bum 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 bum?
No, it's totally different, the tuning. It has 10 strings and
Okay.
different tuning. We have some violins and
Several
different sizes.
violins.
Drumsticks.
This looks kind of like an.
It's a hammer
Quattro.
dulcimer, a Scottish hammer dulcimer. Lovely sound. And then we have a couple of Indian instruments here. We have two types of shruti box. We work with the shruti box. It's mainly used as a drone instrument for singing. And then the harmonium.
Right. And then bass ukuleles with very thick strings.
The rubber strings, and they have a lovely very full sound, double bass sound once you plug them.
And this is a marimba or xylophone, or and where is it from?
This one we got from the UK. Yeah.
And then the Chinese kuchang. And these little ones here, I recognize those.
These are drumsticks, and they also belong to the family of dulcimers. They have the same tuning, fundamental fifth, and they're great fun. Yeah.
I wanted to ask too, you must do a considerable amount of traveling to collect instruments, to look for instruments. So can you talk a little bit about your travels and how you decide where to go and what to bring back?
Yeah. Perhaps two of the most memorable travels that we've done, especially together, were once to Nepal. We were in Kathmandu and surroundings. And from there we brought some beautiful singing bowls. some of the big ones also, which you can stand actually. You can stand into the bowls, and once you play, you can get the vibrations into your whole body. We also brought some more traditional Indian instruments from there. I do remember we brought some percussion instruments and cymbals, like Tibetan cymbals. And then from Colombia, we brought some cuatros, because we have a very strong cuatro tradition in Colombia also. And we brought some tiples. They're typical Colombian instruments, 12-string instruments with 4 triple courses. They have a sort of a harpsichord sound to them, so it's very beautiful. And brought some churangos and these collapsible marimbas. They're very, very well designed, because they're on wheels, so they're ideal for schools and for the teaching environment, and they can be disassembled.
Right.
So there's also a very strong marimba tradition, especially in the western part of Colombia, brought directly from Africa.
How much time per year, on the average, do you spend traveling?
Well, we travel a lot. Nowadays, we don't spend so much time looking for instruments, because we've already established a solid base.
Yeah, you've
of
got all
context.
your sources.
Yeah, but we do still a fair amount of traveling all over the world. I myself, hopefully going to Bangladesh, to Dhaka this summer, and working there with some Indian musicians into the Rabindra Sangeet tradition, which is the tradition of the songs composed by Rabindranath Tagore. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I certainly thank you all for taking some time. And as I said, since 2012, I've been coming here and buying CDs, but never anything more than CDs. But it's been always a great pleasure and surprise, and I'm glad that the shop has continued to thrive.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I hope it continues, and maybe some other visitors from the Netherlands might show up here someday. Okay, well, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Jak skoro